There's a place on this planet, somewhere out there between Japan and the Philippines, a stretch of open ocean that almost seems to have a will of its own. It's a place where countless ships for centuries have sailed into what looks like calm, beautiful blue water and then have never been seen or heard from again. I mean, nothing. No wreckage, no final distress call, no survivors. Just gone. Hello and welcome. Today we are diving deep into one of the most perplexing and honestly unsettling maritime mysteries on the entire planet. This is part one of our investigation into the Devil Sea, also known as the Dragon's Triangle. And really, it all boils down to this one crucial question. Because when a government gets so worried that it sends its top scientific vessel to go investigate what sounds like a ghost story, and then that vessel also vanishes, well, you know you're dealing with something truly extraordinary. So let's start right there. The year is 1952, and Japan is worried. I mean, really worried. Ships are disappearing, so they dispatch the Kaio Maru No. 5. Now, this wasn't just any old boat. This was a state-of-the-art research vessel. Its whole mission was to get some answers. On board were 31 souls. And this wasn't a rookie crew, not at all. These were seasoned mariners and some of the country's top scientists, and they were equipped with the best technology of the day. Their one job? Find a rational explanation for the crazy number of lost ships. And of that entire ship and its expert crew, this is all that was ever recovered, a single life preserver. The ship that was sent to solve the mystery became the mystery's most famous victim. The loss was so staggering that the Japanese government did something almost unheard of. They officially declared the area a danger zone, a warning that, believe it or not, still stands to this day. So what is this place? Let's zoom out. We're talking about the Dragon's Triangle, a notorious stretch of the Philippine Sea. You can think of it as a rough triangle between Japan, the Mariana Islands, and the Philippines. And the scale here is just immense. We are talking about an area of open water that's bigger than the entire country of South Korea. I mean, a space that vast can hide a lot of secrets. And you know, this is not a new problem. For over 400 years, professional sailors have reported the same bizarre things happening in this area. We're talking about everything from compasses just spinning like crazy to engines just dying for no reason at all. The pattern is way too consistent to just ignore. All right, let's jump to the 1950s, because this is the moment when local fear turned into a full-blown international crisis. After the war, maritime trade was booming. The Pacific was like a highway for commerce. But in this one particular stretch of that highway, ships just started hitting a dead end. An unbelievable number. Between 1950 and 1954 alone, nine large vessels went missing in the Dragon's Triangle. That's 9 ships carrying a combined total of over 200 people, all vanished without a single trace. Just think about the rhythm of this loss. In 1950, you've got the cargo freighter Kaio Maru, experienced crew, totally routine voyage. Its last known position was right inside the triangle. It was never found. Then there's the fishing vessel, the Daigo Fukuryu Maru. Radio contact is lost mid-voyage, and you guessed it, never found. The commercial vessel Kaio Maru, the weather was reported as calm. It was never found. Ship after ship, year after year, with the exact same terrifying result. Now you see why the government felt they had to send the Kaio Maru. The public was absolutely petrified. But here's the thing. Not everyone who entered the Dragon's Triangle disappeared. Some actually made it out. And their stories, documented in maritime records and official testimonies, are what make this mystery so deeply, deeply unsettling. So get this. This is from a Japanese cargo captain in the 1960s. Can you imagine it? You're in the middle of the ocean and your compass, your radio, your navigation, everything just stops working. Not broken, just off. He said he had faced down typhoons, but nothing scared him, like those 4 hours of total, silent blindness. And then there's this account from a Filipino fishing crew. The water is bubbling, like it's boiling, but it's cold to the touch. And then their boat starts moving sideways against any known force of nature. I know, it sounds like a crazy story, but we'll see in part 2 that science actually has a terrifying potential explanation for exactly this. But this one, for me, this is the most chilling account of all. It's from a merchant sailor with 15 years of experience on these exact routes. This guy knew what a whale looked like, he knew what bioluminescence looked like, and he was absolutely certain that what he saw was none of those things. He didn't just say he saw strange lights. His professional testimony used very specific words: structured, geometric, and moving in formation. That doesn't describe a natural phenomenon. It describes intelligence, technology, deep down in the water, right beneath his ship. But this fear isn't new. Long before we had GPS and modern cargo ships, the sailors who made their living on these waters, they already knew something was different about this place. They had names for it. They had legends. In Japanese folklore, they talked about the umi bozu. And this wasn't just a sea monster story. It was a description of something they were seeing. A massive dark presence under the water, so huge it would actually create waves on a perfectly calm day. For centuries, this is how sailors tried to explain what was happening to them. Another ancient name for the area was Meijima, which means the place before the island. The name itself suggests that they believed something was down there. Not a creature, but a presence, a force, a place. Something solid and real that the ocean was hiding. So let's just put it all together. We have 9 ships that vanished in 4 years, an official government danger zone. We have credible survivor accounts of total technological failure and structured lights under the water. And we have centuries of folklore describing a massive presence in the deep. It all leads to one inescapable question. In part 2, we're going to look at the geology, the science, and some startling discoveries made on the seafloor right in the heart of the Dragon's Triangle. So, is there something down there that we just haven't found yet?